Hello, this is Susan Quinn, and this is the second video on creating e-portfolios in Google Sites for the Graduation with Leadership Distinction Project at the University of South Carolina. This video, we're going to talk about site design. We're going to describe the difference between templates and themes. We'll look at the USC GLD template, and I'll talk about that. Then we're going to change the look and feel, where you can pick a type template where you can change just the theme. Then we also add pages and subpages. Okay, where we're going to do a lot of the design is in the manage sites. So if we go to the gear, more actions, go down to manage site. This time we're going to go over to the menu bar on the left and pick themes, colors, and fonts. Okay. Basically, there are two different things. There's what they call base theme, and right now the base theme is ski, but you can change the base theme is ember, and if you wait a second, it kind of shows you what that looks like. We'll pick another one. This one, Solitude Cherry. I like to think of it as Solitude Garnet, but that's very simple, but has the red color. And you can see when I do these, and I'm just kind of randomly picking some, where it changes the base theme, the base color theme primarily, where the title, which is in the header, is one color, one size, that sort of thing. The sidebar has a different color theme to it. This one, in this case, has a sort of a little fancy background. But you can see where it doesn't move anything particularly. It doesn't create a horizontal, although this one does, create a horizontal navigation bar. But you can see that this has a little fancy background. So it just changes the look and feel to a small degree. So that's the base theme. And whoops. And let's go back up and do speed. And I'm not sure why they call that speed, because I mean there's just nothing to it, which is fine. Now in this part here, we're not going to talk about it here because it's going to be more detailed than this, but basically you can change the basic themes. If you want to have the entire page, you can change the background, you can change the text, you can change the header, background, and title, you can change content area, you can change your different settings for the defaults. Current area gadgets, if you want to have the text or the title in your sidebar, for instance, you wanted to change it to a different color besides the theme. Sidebar gadgets, if that was the sidebar. And if you're doing horizontal navigation, how you want to change it. But there's other ways that you can change some of this, the sidebar stuff, these last two at least. But basically, this is not manipulating the layout. The title's still in the header. There's a sidebar for navigation. There's the body, and if we had one, there'd be a footer in there. So that's base theme. Basic. Let me guess what should be called this basic theme instead. Then the other option is templates, and unfortunately they don't call it that on here, even though they call it on the next page. There's a button up here called Browse More Themes. What that really is Browse Templates. So we'll click on that, and what you see is a bunch of different designs. Now here they have some featured ones. They have business collaboration. So they have a bunch of these. School and education. This is education related. And you see they have a bunch of them, and it just keeps going on and on. They have a bunch of them. Sorry for the scroll here. But what you'll find here is that some of them, let me find an example. You can tell just by the little thumbnails that most of these have sidebars, which is sort of the main thing you can notice. Oops, let me go down here though. And this one is an example, simple theme. If you look at this, you'll see that there is no sidebar. There's just the horizontal navigation. And if you click on Gadget from Template Directory, you get just a bigger version of it. And by the way, this does open in a new tab. So here's the simple theme, is the theme that we're talking about. It's a minimalistic theme when you just want to highlight important information in text. Okay, so it has a horizontal navigation bar. The title is in the header. There's a picture, and you'd be able to trade out that picture. And then here's your body. And they do kind of have a thing. So that's an example of one. You can choose to use the template if you want to from here. You can also, because it's open in a different tab, you can just go back to your other tab. And you can select it from here, but we can also cancel it. Okay, oops, actually. And then we can go look for more. Now, before you spend a whole lot of time doing this, let me show you the USC template that we've made, this USC GLD template. And maybe it's at the bottom if you go enough times and do enough scrolling. But the easiest thing is to search the gadgets, and you don't have to be in schools and education, you can be anywhere, because we're the only one that's called USC GLD. So we search for it, and there it is. It's a very basic template for graduation and leadership distinction. Okay, now let me go ahead and open that up in a new tab. Okay, and what this does is this really just shows you what your template's going to look like in layout and what areas you're going to have. We have not designed the true template, the design parts where we would put something about, like the branding is what they call it, the USC logo or the cocky or something. But basically, you're going to have these areas, and these are all the instructions for the content. And you're going to have, well, you're probably going to want to have a footer. And we'll talk about that in one of the other videos. But this is basically what your site's going to look like. Although, obviously, depending on what template you use, or if you use a base theme, it will look much more colorful than this. Okay, remember that opened in a new window, so we're going to go back to themes and we can close it here. Let me go ahead and go back to the bottom. Okay. Let me just pick another color just to make it more interesting in here. Here's our legal pad. Yeah, I don't like that, but let's do solitude. Maybe. Okay, so this is what we're going to look like now. But we could, I can change it. What we want to do is now move on to adding pages. So you're going to come back to this and spend a lot of time picking the theme or template that you want to use. And but for now, let's go ahead and save what we've done. And if you remember, it doesn't actually do anything when you're in Manage Site. It just gives you this message that your changes have been saved, and you actually get back to the regular, to the main part of the site by clicking on the title. Okay, so there we are right now. And so now we want to add some more pages. Let's go ahead, if you're up at the top here, the edit page, new page, and then of course the more viewer thing. So we're going to add new pages, because right now we only have one page. All right, the first page we want is what do we want? We want insights. So we want to make page called Insights, and it's a web template, a web page rather, and we want to put it at the top level. Top level meaning that it, and we want to create it here. The top level means that it's going to be in the main menu bar at the first level. Okay, so there's Insights. We want to add, I want to save that. And this time, it's kind of, you create it and then you save it. There are 2 steps to it. Then we want to create another one because this one has been saved. So we'll create another one. The next one's going to be called Analysis. Analysis. And again, we want that at the top level. So we'll create it. And then we will save it. We've got Leadership, creating page, Leadership, at the top level, create, and save. So those are the required areas. Now, if you remember on the template and in your directions, on Insights, you're going to need to have, I've forgotten the number, I think in the example we had 4 insights, 5 insights, 4 insights, I can't remember. So we're going to go and we're going to create pages for sub-pages for insights. So we'll go ahead and make new pages, and it can be anywhere. This one, now I don't know what your insights are going to be, so for now we'll just call it Insight 1. Insight 1. But you're going to change this, of course, when you decide what your first insight is. Now, instead of putting this at the top level, though, we want to put it under Insights. And I happen to have that clicked, so let's go ahead and do that. Put it under Insights and hit Create. And save. And see how it did go under Insights. It's a subpage. Now, but I'm going to show you that even if you're at some other place and you add the page, you can still add another one, Insight 2. And this time, we don't want it at the top level, but we also don't want it under Home. What we do is we choose a different location, and we just pick that we want it to go under Insights. So we'll create it and save it. And now we have Insight 2. So I'm going to skip ahead and pause this and go ahead and put in the other. Okay, so I've added those others. We're going to save save all the pages that we've made for now. And just want you to know that if for some reason when you made it the first one and you put Insight 2 at the main level or something like that, that's okay because all of that can be changed, and that's in one of the other videos. But when we talk about navigation. But so if it doesn't look exactly right or exactly like this one, that's fine. Just wanted you to know how to add pages and subpages. Okay, I think that's it. Yep, here's some just general information about the project, sources for more information about the project. USC Connect University, and the requirements, and the technical page, and Blackboard support. Okay. Thank you.